I end up somehow getting out of being at this school. I'm constantly complaining. I'm constantly yelling at my mother. I'm addicted to this paint varnish remover stuff, and I'm calling her names, and I'm telling her, "You're stupid. You're an idiot. Why are we still on welfare? Why are we eating Kraft dinner all the time? Why this? Why that? You're a loser. Nobody could love you. I don't love you. I hate you. Nobody could love you." Who do you think I really hated? Myself. Yeah. So eventually, my mother could not take the abuse that I was delivering on her, and she called my father, who I never knew. And I always loved my father. I just always knew he was perfect, even though I never met him. I just knew that my dad had to be amazing. I never saw him, but I heard about him. And I said, "I want to go live with my daddy. I want to go live with my daddy." And so my mother calls my dad, and I'm shocked. And she says to my father, "Frank, I can't handle your son anymore. You either take him, or he's going to an orphanage. I'm done with him." So back to that slide that said what happened. So here's what happened. What happened was I heard my mother talk to my father and ask him if I could go live with him, because that's what I wanted. That's what happened. But the tragedy is what I made it mean. It's kind of insane. Well, I don't want to call myself insane, but many people have. I'm known as Crazy Scott to a lot of people. But my mother was giving me what I want, and the tragedy is I interpreted that my mother doesn't want me. She never wanted me. She hates me. Was that true? But I believed it. And so now I feel even worse. I'm a loser. My mother doesn't love me, but my dad's going to take me, so that's kind of good. And then I go live with my dad. And it's amazing. I'm free from the evil woman. How many you can relate to that too? That you understand? Yeah. And I go live with my dad, and he's an alcoholic. He's drinking 4 or 5 nights out of the week. I don't know which nights he's going to drink. He comes home at 3 in the morning when they kick him out of the bars at 2 in the morning. And then when he comes home, he wakes me up. First of all, I've got to succeed. I've got to go to university. I got to get a degree. I want you to have the life I never had, son, and you got to do all these things. In other words, Daddy's going to control me, and if I go to the right university, I do the right things that he wants me to do, then maybe he'll love me. How many can relate to that one? We live in a world where we're just controlled by so many people. Everybody expects so much from us. But then he won't let me sleep. I say, "Dad, you want me to get good grades? I can't sleep." But he needs to party. He needs to keep partying. He's drunk and he needs to talk to someone. And so he'd keep me up till about 5 in the morning. And in the winter time, I won't get into like some of the other stuff he did to me because it's not important. It's not what happened. It's not what happened to me that had my life turn out the way it did. I believe it had an influence, but it's ultimately what I believed about myself.